Okay, so we all know this issue already about the Miss South Africa 2024 in SA. We all knows how it's going on with this contestant, Chidima Onye Vanessa Adechina. Well, we are done with the Miss South Africa, but let's connect some dots here. Okay, so last week, or should I say earlier last week, some news started popping up. Okay, let's connect some dots with this whole issue when it came about. Let's see this. All right, so African Files Zone shared this and says, South Africa's Home Affairs Department says fraud was committed by Chidima Vanessa Adechina's mother. Her mother has been accused of stealing a South African woman's identity to register Chidima's birth. Chidima was an infant then. Home Affairs is taking legal steps. Well. This was actually getting interesting, okay? So Home Affairs of South Africa shared a news that says Chidima's birth certificate or birth set is actually kind of fraud. Well, let's dive inside and see the letter that South Africa's Home Affairs actually came talking about. Let's see. All right, so let's check about the main points on the letter that the Home Affairs shared. Okay, so they says to the first point, they says prime facial reasons exist to believe that fraud and identity theft may have been committed by the person recorded in Home Affairs records as Chidima Adechina's mother. 2. Adechina could not have participated in the alleged unlawful action of her mother, as she was an infant at that time when the activities took place in 2001. These are the second points here, okay? Thirdly, they says an innocent South African mother whose identity may have been stolen as part of the alleged fraud committed by Adechina's mother suffered as a result because she could not register her child. Okay? Now, let's go with the fourth point here. They says the department has broadened its investigation to identify and pursue any official involved in the alleged fraudulent scheme, and it's obtained legal advice on the applications of the alleged fraudulent activity on Adechina's citizenship status. Okay, and lastly, the point they also stated was, upon the completion of the investigation, Home Affairs intends to press criminal charges against all implicated parties. Wow, this is getting serious. This is way getting serious. So they affirmed the point that Adechina was too young to be part of the fraudulent act. And also they say that most of the issue here was caused by the mother and some persons in the Home Affairs way back 2001. And also they are saying that some SA mother also ended up losing identity that she can give it to her daughter too. That's too sorry and that's too sad to hear. Okay. And then lastly they are saying that with all these, they are still on investigation though. If they are done, any involved party will face a criminal charges. This thing went too far. We can actually thought it was. It was actually serious. Damn, it went too far. Now it is getting serious here. Well, first of all, I say so sorry to the mother who had to be a victim to this fraudulent act way back 2001. I hope the authorities get to the bottom of this and find her and give her and her child their rightful places. Okay, that is too bad to hear. And as we all can hear, the affirmative form here is that Adechina was too young to know what happened. It wasn't her fault. It was actually her Mozambican mother who have caused most of her troubles right now. Well, it's too bad to see, but the law is the law, and action needs to be taken. Okay, we really need to erase this kind of mentality and these doings, corruption, out of our society in Africa. So, well, Home Affairs, you guys can actually do your work. Well, let's continue with this. All right, so as this was shared, some Africans also shared their shocking concerns. This Egyptian lady came and says, shocking allegations against Chidima's mom, accused of stealing someone's identity to register her birth. Hope the truth come out and justice is served. Thinking of Chidima caught in the middle of this difficult situation. Well, yes, seriously, Chidima, wherever you are, big shout out to you and hope you can cope with this. It's not easy though. Again, this one also says, I'm not an African because I was born in Africa, but because Africa was born in me. A quote that he shared from Kwame Nkrumah. But guess the reply from this South African. He says, even Kwame Nkrumah is a foreigner here in South Africa. Well, that is a point here. Well, I'm sure that Kwame Nkrumah, if he's in South Africa, he will actually abide by the laws and the rules of South Africa. That for sure. I know my man. Mine is a serious Pan-Africanism, and he's not going to throw away with a country or state laws. So basically, Kwame Nkrumah would have been a little better than Adechina's mother, the Mozambique woman, who actually is part of this fraudulent act. Okay, but when this was going on and African people started pouring their consent and sharing their point of views, African Fact Zone later the day also shared this about Adetshina. Alright, so African Fact Zone later the day also shared this, and it says South Africa's country in focus designation has been withdrawn by Puebla International Literature Festival in Mexico. It says that the invitation of South African guests and panelists have been withdrawn. The festival made this decision over the victimization of Chidima Vanessa Adetshina during her participation in Miss South Africa. Alright, so this is what is happening right now. After this all buhaha happening between this Miss South African thing, some organization that is based in Mexico about novelists and writers kind of club thing, they actually withdrawn South African participants. They actually withdrawn South African participants who were panelists and also people who were to join it. They withdrew them. Well, that's insane. Well, results was actually huge, and results came out to be like some of the organizers were actually Nigerians though, so it was kind of a huge thing that is happening between South Africa and Nigeria right now. Well, this is actually some things that are happening with this Chidima Vanessa issue. This is actually one brew here, but I'm trying to drive you guys to something. This is episode 1 with what happened last week with the whole Chidima Vanessa issue. Although it's not done yet, but as the day was going on, this was how we were getting closer to Home Affairs detailing or bringing out this affirmative information about Adetshina's mother, and how after the buhaha to South Africa are being boycotted out of Africa in Mexico, that about this whole how they treated Adetshina, and they are also being boycotted or not to be able to withstand or present themselves at the popular novelist kind of thing that was happening in Mexico too. What is happening here, and it's getting crazy and tensions here, but this, as I said, this is part of it, and we are actually driving to somewhere. So this, I'll actually call this episode 1. Check about the episode 2 after this video. Okay, check it out on our next video. It's going to be amazing. Let's see how the Adetshina issue actually sparked, where it reached, and where it's going now. We are actually driving ourselves what happened the whole of last week about this issue. Let's continue with episode 2. Let's go.